How many of you work out? Just raise your hand, show of hands. Nice, this is gonna be a great talk. Do you guys do it to lose weight and look good? Yeah? Yes? Okay, no? Do you like working out? You're weird, right? You're the bro in the group. I'm the same way. How about this? Have you ever tried working out before making an important life decision? If you're trying to decide to go on a second date with a person you just met. I did that. It was a good decision. We live in a world where there are so many different workout formats, so many online platforms, like exercise is more accessible than ever. I am a retired CrossFitter, mother of 3, and what I call a professional exerciser, and I've been working out exclusively from home since 2019. With my kids around me, it's very affordable. It's all online, virtual coach. So we expect that the world is getting more fit, healthier. Yes? No. As a matter of fact, the world is actually getting more obese. By 2035, 55% or more of the US population is going to live with obesity. Staggering and concerning, because my children is going to be in this population if we don't do something about it. And there is a spot in North Africa. It's there. You have to trust me. This is my homeland, Egypt, and Egypt has a serious obesity issue that's linked to both genetic predisposition and lifestyle. So I don't look like this because I have good genes. I don't think people understand the true power of exercise. Because if they do, they would do it consistently, and only through consistency can you really achieve any kind of life goal, not just weight loss. And I'm here to share with you today what I call the 3 superpower of fitness. That fitness unlocked for me, and I really, really hope it does the same for you. It's coping, clarity, and connection. So we're gonna start with coping, and coping is the ability to find a distraction when you're overwhelmed, which is totally normal, totally healthy stress response. We cope by food, binge eating, watching Netflix, sex, alcohol, which is a horrible way to cope. Please don't do that. And if you're a graduate student, you probably can't afford to go out and drink and eat anyways, which leaves you with exercise, which is cheap and the best way to cope, really. I'm gonna share my fitness journey and a little bit of how I leveraged exercise in order to cope. So I used to be a very tiny person, tiny kid, and I was bullied really bad at school. I grew up listening to the words unattractive, ugly, and skinny almost every single day from friends and family. And when I was about 20 years old, I started binge eating and throwing up, a condition known as bulimia. About 4% of US females will experience bulimia throughout their lifetime. And 1 person in 52 minutes will die because of an eating disorder. So this event is what, 4 hours? So 4 beautiful souls will lose their life because they were told they were ugly and they couldn't cope with it and they believed it. Magic happened one day and I found a gym and I signed up. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it now, but I actually started my fitness journey doing aerobics. Anyone knows what aerobics is or remember? Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was so bad. It's like 45 minutes of an intense cardiovascular activity. I could barely do 15, but I was very competitive, so I kept going back to it, and my stamina improved, my fitness level improved, and something magic also happened is that all the negative voices in my head that said I was ugly, why should I put any effort into anything, because I should be looking for a husband somewhere and start a family, something engraved in our culture, right? They just vanished. And as a matter of fact, these voices started flipping into positive affirmation. You can, you've got this, keep going. This is what I call the magic of workout. And as a matter of fact, it's not just magic, it's also science. There is a study, it's mind-blowing, that was published 24 years ago that matched the effectiveness of exercise to a very popular brand antidepressant. I'm not going to say the name of the drug, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows it, at treating major depression. It is my life mission to see this study one day taught at school, to see it on billboards, see it in advertisements, just like this antidepressant medication. Something else happened too is that my cognitive function improved, and exercise does that, improves cognition and memory. And I crammed so much study material at pharmacy school in a little time, which landed me a full PhD scholarship, and I came here. And I would go as far as to tell you, I don't think if it wasn't for exercise that I'd be here today. It gave me the courage to come here. It's such a powerful tool for you to leverage to learn how to cope. This is me striking the pose after my PhD dissertation. Second superpower is clarity. Clear thinking is the ability to think clearly with sharp focus, to pause and analyze a situation objectively to draw a logical solution. Anyone thinks like this, don't feel bad, no. We're all reactive, we're all emotional beings. We're triggered by things such as excitement, fear, envy, hate. There's entire industries built on that concept. But it's crazy because crucial thinking using clarity is such an important skill set in both relationships and business. And I needed that during my 6-year PhD, it was a total disaster. Every lab that I joined ran out of funds, right? And I finally settled in the lab. I was working on an excitement project. I was working on antidepressants and postpartum depression. My advisor passed away and ran out of funds, of course. One day, I just packed everything. I was also going through a very emotionally abusive relationship. I packed my entire apartment, true story, and I booked one-way ticket to Egypt. My friend CK stopped by the other day, and he's like, why is everything that belongs to you here by the front door? I'm like, I'm leaving. I just give up. I tried. He's like, no, you're not. You're going to the gym. Let's go. Around this time, I found CrossFit, and I'm not here to pitch CrossFit for you all. It's like, oh, another CrossFitter. But it's amazing. Sign up if you can. If you find, support your local box, right? My fitness level improved significantly. And I became part of an amazing community, best friends for years. We talk almost every single day. And I started a very exciting relationship. I fell in love for the first time with a barbell, and that's why I have it with me on stage. You don't give a TED talk every day, right? So it's only appropriate. I was 29 years old when I first touched a barbell, so it's never too late for anyone. And around the same time, I was in the right mindset to meet a guy. And we met actually at Banana Bread, the one across the street from here. We sat down, we talked about love, ambition, and family, and my first response is that I stood up and just walked away, which was so rude. It's also trauma response because all I know about relationship was really abuse. I didn't know what to do, so I used the only safeguard that I know how to utilize for clear thinking. This picture was taken on June 19th of 2014. I went to the gym. I was an emotional mess. I was very frustrated. I was scared. I was excited. I couldn't make a decision. Should I go out on a second date with this guy? I grabbed this bozo, and I remember like I flipped it on the uneven side, and I was trying to balance, and then it looked weird, so I flipped it the other way. I did whatever I did here for like an hour, and then I was able to calm down, and I was able to pause and face my fears with logic and questions. Why are you running away? What's the worst gonna happen if you go on a second date with that guy, right? And that's the power of exercise. It's a great safeguard against making an unlogical solution or an emotional decision. You may bail on something that really means a lot to you. I could have bailed on my PhD or the guy, right? Third superpower is connection. If you're a foreigner, you're going to relate to this sentiment. I used to be afraid to say that I'm Egyptian. I was worried I might be discriminated against. Some people didn't know where Egypt is. And some people were asking me questions like, okay, so did you have to ship your camel here from Egypt? Do you guys you have your own camel? Yeah, I still get some questions like this. However, I met some of the most amazing people, the kindest heart in my life here in the Midwest in Cincinnati. I put together this slide. It has people from all walks of life, and MDs, PhDs, pharmacists, pharmacy techs, teachers, architects. And the one common love language that I had with those people, or I still have with them, is maybe a conversation about exercise. Professional athlete, I never did youth sports because I was too embarrassed. I like to listen to the stories to draw inspiration. Sometimes like work gets too stressful, so exercise becomes a break room conversation. And that's the power of exercise. It makes you a positive person with a positive aura around you, and it draws people towards you and good things. I really hope that somehow I convince you to shift your focus away from just the aesthetics of working out and more towards harnessing what I call the superpower of exercise. You'll learn how to cope with life hardships that are imminent. You'll learn how to pause instead of taking a decision without even realizing that you made a crucial decision. And you'll make connections, really strong and really long-lasting relationships that will support you through life. And if you're not convinced, I have one more last story for you. I was doing 300 squats here every single day for 2 weeks because I was 2 weeks overdue with my second child. I have 3 kids. And he was a home birth that didn't go as planned at all. Nothing was happening. I woke up one day and I sent my husband out to run errands. And I realized I was in full labor, full-blown labor, scariest moment of my life. I was scared for myself. I was scared for my child. Of course, I read every book about childbirth, and I always skipped the chapter about how to deliver your own baby, because who does that? I literally had to hold a blank, or half a blank, because I was super pregnant, right, for 25 minutes. Scariest moment of my life, the hardest thing I've ever done. And I remember I had to really dig deep and just recite every positive affirmation that came to my mind, and they were all somehow linked to exercise and fitness, like all the CrossFit workouts that I conquered, the powerlifting meets. And then my body cooperated, and my husband walked in, and my midwife was stuck on 75, and they helped me pull out Eben. And today, till this day, this is my biggest accomplishment to date. I had a 3rd child. The birth was way less traumatic. Remember the guy from the Panera Bread? That's actually my husband. Exercise really made me a better person. It made me a better mom. My kids run around me in the gym. I really want them to grow up to be athletic and healthy. And I really, really hope it does the same for you. Thank you so much. Deadlift? You guys want to see deadlift? Yeah? All right. Do we have time? Okay, awesome. All right. Are you guys going to count? Come on, like I'm sweating, I'm scared. Like this is, and I bought chalk, I got chalk to it just in case. I had a feeling. Someone was like, okay, I mean, you said that you were tiny and 90 pounds and, you know, you throw up, but you're still technically tiny, you can't lift this. Okay, you guys count, okay, you ready? All right, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You want more? Do you have more time? All right, just warm up before you do that. All right. Thank you.